The sudden death of SurveyMonkey CEO David Goldberg has many in Silicon Valley reeling, as he was one of the most revered veterans of the technology industry. According to Mexican officials, Mr. Goldberg's death appears to be the result of hitting the back of his head after losing his balance on a treadmill while on vacation in Mexico. This is leading many of us to question the safety of our everyday workouts, in particular those runs on the treadmill. Joining us now to discuss is WSJ's Rachel Bachman. Rachel, thanks so much for being with us. Such a tragic story. Yeah. How common are serious injuries or even death on treadmills?
Injuries are quite common, actually. Last year, about 24,000 people went to emergency rooms in the U.S. In relation to treadmill injuries. About 3 people a year die from treadmill injuries. So it's very rare, but it's not unheard of.
And are these numbers on the rise as more people use treadmills?
They are, actually, yeah. The treadmill is actually the most popular piece of equipment at the gym, certainly mechanized equipment. And about 2/3 of injuries, roughly, that have to do with mechanized gym equipment are from treadmills.
Really? And what other equipment is dangerous at the gym?
Well, I mean, anything that has a motor that, certainly most treadmills are motorized, so, the belt keeps moving, and that can be dangerous if you fall and it rubs against you or jostles you around. So anything that has a motor or, certainly heavy parts, moving parts, is potentially dangerous.
Right, and we did hear that Senate Minority Leader Harry Reid was also hurt working out at the gym, so clearly this is something that many people deal with. So what should we be doing better, or what are we doing wrong?
Well, I think the main thing is just to proceed cautiously. On a treadmill especially, you want to start straddling the belt to make sure that it's not going quickly when you start it up, and maintain your balance. Don't lean on it overly so, and make sure there's room around it, so if you do fall, you have some space to get away and you're not wedged between a treadmill and a wall, for instance.
When they look at the types of injuries that people have on the treadmill, is it usually because they lose their balance? Are they going too fast, or they don't break it down that way?
It's sort of all over the map, but one thing that's definitely on the rise is distractions in relation to all kinds of gym activities. So you have your iPad, you have the TV going, you have headphones on, you're just looking around and so on. And so things like that, which are simple everyday distractions, can contribute to injuries.
Right. All of a sudden, a song comes on that you don't like, and you're trying to change the song, and you make one wrong step. Is there a speed they say you shouldn't go above, or they can't make those sorts of recommendations?
It depends on the person. It really depends on your training. I talked to one woman at the Mile High Run Club in New York City, which actually does classes on treadmills, and she said, it's important to just know your equipment, even that you're wearing. If you're wearing new shoes, for instance, be very cautious about how quickly you run. You're not used to them. Maybe they're higher off the ground. So all kinds of things can contribute.
And practice reaching out to that emergency stop button, right? The big red button in the middle.
And use the tether. A lot of us don't use the tether, or sometimes it's broken, and that really can be important in slowing things down if you do stumble.
Absolutely. Okay, great. Rachel Bachman, thank you so much for all of that.